There are these places on Earth that are so heavily guarded, so wrapped in secrecy, they've basically become legends. We're talking about a desert base supposedly hiding alien tech, a secret library holding ancient conspiracies, a doomsday vault at the edge of the world, and an island so deadly the government literally forbids you from setting foot on it. These are the blank spots on the map, right? The places where myths are born. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the incredible truths hiding behind the stories.
So yeah, what is really going on inside these places? Let's peel back those layers of legend together and find out what's actually happening inside four of the most off-limit spots on the entire planet.
You've heard this one? For sure. It's the big one. Deep in the Nevada desert, you've got Area 51. The story, as we all know it, is that this is ground zero for UFOs, a super secret base where the government is tinkering with crashed alien ships.
Then you've got the Vatican. Conspiracy theorists love this one. They say that deep inside its walls, that's where the Illuminati's biggest secrets are kept. Powerful, world-changing knowledge that's been hidden from all of us for centuries. And way, way up north, buried deep in the ice, there's this vault. And it sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? A place supposedly built to survive the apocalypse. And finally, off the coast of Brazil, there's this island so dangerous that the local legends say pirates dumped their treasure there and then filled it with deadly snakes to guard it. But what if? What if the reality behind every single one of these myths is actually way more incredible than the stories we've been told? Okay, so let's start with the most famous forbidden place of all, Area 51. For decades, the US government wouldn't even admit it existed, which, just poured gasoline on all the alien theories. But the truth? Well, it's not about visitors from other planets. It's a story about incredible human ingenuity.
The reality is that Area 51 is a top secret Air Force base, plain and simple. It's for testing experimental aircraft and weapons. But listen, these aren't just any planes. This place is the birthplace of some of the most revolutionary, game-changing aviation technology of the entire 20th century.
And this is where it all starts to make sense. This timeline of secret projects perfectly explains all the UFO sightings. Think about it. In 1955, you have the U-2 spy plane flying at over 60,000 feet. That's way higher than any commercial airliner. So pilots would see its silver wings catch the sun and report these fiery objects in the sky. Then, in '62, comes the A-12, a totally bizarre, disc-shaped thing made of titanium that flew faster than Mach 3. Of course people thought it was a flying saucer. And then, in '81, the F-117 Nighthawk, a black, angular jet that was basically invisible to radar. It's really no wonder people thought they were seeing things from another world.
So, why this specific patch of desert? Why the middle of nowhere? Well, the CIA needed a place that was remote and totally secure. When the legendary aircraft designer Kelly Johnson flew over the dry lake bed there, he said it was as smooth as a billiard table. It was the perfect natural runway, and the mountains all around it acted like a natural shield, keeping any prying eyes out. All right, let's switch gears. We're moving from military secrets to the secrets of our own history and, well, our survival. We're leaving behind a vault that hides technology to look at two vaults that protect humanity's most precious assets, our past and our future. The whole myth about the Vatican's secret archives, it all comes down to one simple mistranslation. The Latin word secretum doesn't actually mean secret like we think of it. It means private. So these are basically the Pope's personal papers, his official documents covering 1,000 years of history. And they've actually been open to qualified scholars since 1881. So not so secret after all. So what we have here are two incredible vaults, right? Both have the same mission, preservation. But they're protecting very different things. The Vatican archives are preserving our documented past. We're talking letters from kings, papal decrees, trial records. Meanwhile, the Svalbard Seed Vault, that so-called doomsday vault, is preserving the genetic material we need for our future, the diversity of all the world's crops. And the genius of this place is just how simple it is. It's the ultimate insurance policy. Gene banks from all over the planet send backup copies of their seeds. They get sealed up, boxed, and then stored at a super cold -18 degrees Celsius. And here's the best part. If the power ever fails, the natural Arctic permafrost all around the vault would keep the seeds frozen and totally viable for centuries. It's a natural failsafe. Okay, our next forbidden place wasn't created by people at all. This is an island so dangerous that nature itself sealed it off. The government just made it official, basically for everyone's survival. Welcome to Ilha da Queimada Grande, though it's better known as Snake Island. This is, without a doubt, one of the most dangerous places on Earth. Access is totally forbidden by the Brazilian Navy, and believe me, it's for a very, very good reason. In some parts of the island, the density is estimated to be 1 snake per square meter. Just let that sink in for a second. For every single step you could possibly take, you are within striking distance of one of the deadliest snakes in the world. There's literally nowhere to run.
And this is why. The island's only inhabitant is the golden lancehead viper. Its venom is just unbelievably potent. But why did it get so deadly? Well, the snakes that got stranded on this island had no prey on the ground. Their only food source was migratory birds that would stop to rest. So the vipers needed a venom that could kill a bird instantly before it had a chance to fly away. It's a terrifying but perfect example of evolutionary pressure at work.
So the real treasure on this island isn't gold. It's biological. About 11,000 years ago, rising sea levels cut this piece of land off from the mainland, trapping the snake population. This forced them down a completely unique evolutionary path. The result is a one-of-a-kind species and an incredible natural laboratory for studying evolution and venom, which, by the way, has already shown promise in creating medicines for heart disease. So, as we've seen, behind all the myths of aliens and ancient plots and pirate treasure, there are truths that are actually way more fascinating. And these places, they aren't just curiosities. They reveal a whole lot about what drives us as human beings. When you really look at them all together, these places tell a story about us. Area 51, that's our relentless drive for innovation and the secrecy it requires. The Vatican Archives show our deep need to remember where we came from. The Svalbard Vault is all about our instinct to protect our future. And Snake Island, well, it's a powerful reminder of the raw power of the natural world. Secrecy, security, and survival. Those are the real stories of the world's forbidden places. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? The most incredible stories aren't always about aliens or lost treasure. They're about human ambition, our collective history, and our fight for the future. So the question is, what other secrets, hidden in plain sight, are shaping our world right this very second?